Today on UCM's The Buzz.
Let me just say.
Let me draw back.
She was a bore. I just wanted to be like, boo to you. I'm really looking forward to wearing my high-waisted this summer, you know.
And the thing about the high-waisted bikini is that it looks good on every body, like every body shape.
It accommodates everything.
I think there comes a point in folks' career, especially probably when they're in college, that you have to start thinking about what social media becomes these days. What it means for you is that it really is your brand.
You know, for them to be dealing with that, and you know, but I mean.
But fortunately, that these people were caught though.
Yes,
we caught them doing their racist chant.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this week's edition of UCM's The Buzz. We're your hosts, Daniel Patterson
and Jasmine Grayson. As you guys know by now, here at The Buzz, we discuss current events, trends, and tackle sensitive issues relatable to students and young adults throughout the UCM community and beyond.
We have yet another full episode for you guys, so let's get started by reviewing our trending top 5. This week's top 5 trends were spring, Chris Brown's baby, Kim K's blonde hair, and Sigma Alpha Epsilon, and also Selma 50. So let's kick it off by talking about spring. I'm dressed up for the spring. I know I got my colors going. I'm ready. The weather's warm. No, you're giving me like righteous spring, like.
Okay, well, I think
you're
I'm doing
spring
good.
though. You're still spring.
Okay, well, well, I'm so excited for the spring because that means sandals and sundresses. I know the fellas love sundress season.
Barbecue as well. So let's talk about not Kim K's, but let's talk about Chris Brown and his baby mama drama.
I feel so bad for Coochie Coo, aka Karachi.
I'm like, who?
Like, this situation is so ridiculous. And this is the first time that he hasn't publicly aired his dirty laundry. He's really silent on this issues, which is very suspicious.
If he's silent, then it definitely must be true because, you know, Chris, he is definitely that type of person to just go out there and, you know, just talk to the fans and just go out and just like go on a rant.
He's been talking to the fans. He's been going off on his fans who's been asking about, is this rumor true? Yeah, he's ridiculous. Grow up, Chris Brown.
But also, Kim K's blonde hair, though, like, I love it. Like, I feel like it's a new Kim. Like, we're seeing a newer side to her, you know. And they always say that, you know, when you're with the person that you want to be with, they bring out the best in you.
You think that's the best?
This might be the new Kim. So
I don't know.
You have to prepare yourself for it.
I don't think so. I'm on the fence with it, but she looks like a vampire to me. Oh. It's so funny because on Instagram, it's a lot of memes, and they're comparing her to the X-Men character Storm. Oh. She's a mess. I mean, she's not a mess, but she's a mess right now.
But we can't forget about the seriousness of Sigma Alpha Epsilon.
Yeah,
they're
this
dealing with the issue.
Is very unfortunate.
Yes, definitely unfortunate, you know, for them to be dealing with that, and, you know, but I mean,
but fortunately that these people were caught though.
Yes,
we caught them doing their racist chant. And I just think that the president of OU, David Brown, did a wonderful job of handling this situation. He is a shining example of how racism should be handled throughout the nation, which is not tolerated. So we commend him. Definitely.
Also, we can't forget about Selma 50. We just celebrated the 50th year anniversary of Selma. Yes. So, you know, Barack Obama and his family, they took part in the march, you know, recreating it and paying homage to it.
Definitely a homage. I was going to say it was a wonderful tribute. Yeah, a wonderful tribute to how Martin Luther King and others, you know, broke these barriers down for us. So I'm very happy that the president took off time to do that.
Yes.
So this last few weeks on campus, we've had insightful seminars, a rambunctious committee and a glowing spring fling. Let's check out these events in our campus recap.
Spotlight hosted comedian Emma Wilkinson on March 5th for a night of laughs in the Union. Let me tell you, Jasmine, I did not laugh. I actually fell asleep in the event. Spotlight, that was a horror.
Let me just say.
Let me draw back.
She was a bore. I just wanted to be like, boo to you. She was not funny at all, and she was extremely offensive. Wouldn't you agree?
I would definitely agree. So let's move on to her because she gets no camera time.
We're going to next her. Spotlight also hosted the Glow Big or Glow Home Spring Fling in the Recreation Center. Students were partying until midnight with the DJ Glow Paint and dancing.
I definitely was in there, pumping it up, getting the glow thrown on me and the paint. It was definitely a great experience. I'm really not into that, but just stepping outside my comfort zone and really being a part of that was a lot of fun. I was whipping in the back. It wasn't the kind of music you could whip to, but I did it anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm happy you had fun. I didn't have fun. This wasn't my scene. I'm not much of a pump it up girl. I'm much of a twerk it girl. So
well, Spotlight, you heard that one.
Yeah, I guess so. So in celebration of Women's History Month, the Women's Gender and Sexuality Studies program sponsored the event Gender Stereotypes and Memoirs, where graphic novelist Liz Prince discussed her newest publication, Tomboy. So this lecture and presentation to me was very intriguing.
Really?
Basically, in her graphic novel, which was more like a comic strip to me, she discussed how she didn't want to be stereotyped as a woman. She didn't want to live up to society's expectation of what women are supposed to do, such as be the girly girl like me, do the makeup and wear, curls and be a cheerleader. She just wanted to be who she wanted to be, which was wear sneakers and boy clothing and do little
definitely
boy things.
I'm not against her views. She's entitled to whatever she wants to view and whatever she wants to wear. But at the end of the day, like, I like to see a girl have a feminine side, and she was given more masculine. And if that's how she wants to live, I support it. So go ahead, do you?
Yeah, do you, Liz Prince?
It's now time to recap the big moments in TV this week with Did You See That? The first show we'll discuss is ABC's Scandal. Kerry Washington portrays Olivia Pope in the go-to fixer for all political scandals and controversies.
The episode we'll discuss is perhaps the most powerful one yet, as it dives into the recent aftermath of an unarmed black teen gunned down by a white police officer. Olivia is forced to play negotiator as the dead teen's father sits over his son's lifeless body in the middle of the street with a shotgun in hand. He refuses to leave his son's body or put down the weapon until he gets the answers and justice needed for his son, which indeed he got.
Yes. Great for ABC, to put that on a worldwide scope, to actually make a episode that was catered to, like the Mike Brown situation, or, that wasn't gunned down by a police officer, but the Mike Brown situation.
Right.
So definitely, I commend them for doing that. That's a big risk, and, for them to do that, I feel like they did a great job.
I do want to mention the scene in the episode where the white police officer was yelling in the middle of the police station to Olivia, saying this monologue. To me, that was the perfect representation of what us as African Americans think that these people, Caucasians who are, well, let me rephrase that, Caucasians who have abused their power.
Yes, definitely.
Think on a daily basis. So the fact that the writer Shonda Rhimes had exposed that was wonderful to me.
I get you.
Us as the people, we need to see thought-provoking media, right?
Definitely great show. Our next show is ABC's Once Upon a Time. This show is filled with fairy tale and grim characters whose stories are intertwined. In this week's episode, Regina and Henry discovered a possible connection with Pinocchio in the book, and more ways revealed about the show between Snow and Charm's relationship.
Oh my
Prince
God.
Charming.
Oh my gosh. I was so taken back when I found out that Snow White, little old Snow White, and the perfect Prince Charming was responsible for the loss of Maleficent's baby.
Yeah.
And Maleficent is back.
She's mad
so
too.
she gonna get her revenge.
She's definitely mad. She said talking about taking their baby. So I'm like, this is gonna be a great episode. And I'm not really a fan of the show because I hadn't watched it before. But now I think I'm gonna be tuning in to next week's episode. So
I don't know.
Come on, we can watch it together.
Maybe.
Okay.
So the last show we'll recap is Bravo's Atlanta Housewives. This drama-filled reality show follows 6 women in how they manage their professional and personal lives. In this week's episode, Nene arranged a dinner with the fellow housewives that started off positive but quickly went south.
Before you start, because I know you're a fan,
yeah, I'm definitely
Nene
a fan.
is, to me, she starts trouble, she's mess, and that's all she keeps up.
Well,
the whole
not
show
this
is the whole
time.
bunch of drama.
This time she was really trying to make a step
Really?
forward in positivity, and she suggested that all of the girls get together for group therapy. Now, who's being really messy and petty?
Don't
is
say
Miss
Cynthia. No.
And I can't stand Cynthia.
Cynthia is clapping back on the people. Y'all
No, Cynthia's
pissed her
trying
off,
to keep
and
her
now
peace.
she is ready.
Cynthia's trying to keep her peace, so she's starting things. Anyways, we're going to take a quick break, but don't go away.
Up next, we're discussing self-image on social media in our all seriousness. What are the do's and don'ts? How should you represent yourself? Can't wait to have this discussion with our special guest, Associate Public Relations Professor Thomas Heaps.
You don't want to miss this conversation, so stay tuned. You're watching UCM's The Buzz.
I choose red to blaze my own trail.
I choose red to be with students and faculty who make me feel at home.
I wanted a university with a big picture perspective. That's why I chose red.
Why do you choose red?
Choose red.
Choose red. Choose the University of Central Missouri. Choose red. Can I do that? Is that allowed?
Welcome back to UCM's The Buzz. We live in a digital age where social media allows us to create, share, and exchange information, ideas, pictures, and videos. However, what you decide to post either can be beneficial or detrimental to your image, and also affect the way others perceive you, future relationships, and career opportunities. We have special guest associate, professor in the Department of Communication, Tom Heaps, here to discuss the importance of self-image and social media, as well as the do's and don'ts. Welcome.
Thanks.
So happy to have you here. So for those who aren't familiar with the courses that you teach here at UCM, can you please enlighten us of your experience and knowledge in social media?
Sure. I teach mostly in public relations and within the communication department, and so social media is obviously an important part of what we do as far as thinking about it the way that it involves most facets of our lives these days. And a couple of years ago, in fact, we developed, and I had the opportunity to help develop a course called Social Media and Public Relations. We decided it was such a big part of what we do that we went out and researched it. And at first, there wasn't even a textbook to use because it was also brand new. But it's evolved, and now it's a part of our core curriculum.
Okay.
What are things people should use social media for, and why?
Well, I think that's a great question. We use it. It can be used for almost everything these days. It's become such a big part of our lives, especially folks you guys' age. I mean, you know,
absolutely, big part of my life.
Yeah,
we were just using it. So.
And you just don't. It's so much a fabric. It's always been a part of your life. Is what's been interesting about it. You know, some of us have had to sort of adopt to it, but it's always been a part of your life. And then the question becomes, okay, do we use it for fun? Do we use it for work? You know, do we use it for just getting stuff done? Do we pay our bills with it? All that sort of stuff. And the answer is all those things. It's just a matter of choosing how you're going to use it, and I think that changes as you get a little bit older.
Absolutely, which brings me to my next question of talking about social abuse and how things that you post can eventually come back and haunt you.
Yeah, and I think there comes a point in folks' career, especially probably when they're in college, that you have to start thinking about what social media becomes these days. What it means for you is that it really is your brand. So it's
Absolutely.
brand Jasmine, it's brand Daniel.
Jay Grayson reports.
Yeah, there you go. You have to start thinking about what you want that brand to be. And so if you want that brand to be all about fun and, you know, having a good time and everything, great. Just be aware of that, and be aware that other people are going to start thinking about it. And especially, you're going to find that every human resources person in the world uses social media now to, whether that's LinkedIn or wants to look at your Facebook page or Twitter and all those kinds of things, to kind of get them an idea. It gives them an idea of who you are. that they can't get from an interview. So it's a great tool for them. And I think what we have to be aware of is that, you know, we want to build the brand that we want to build, not that we're going to sort of do subconsciously. We're going to do it on purpose,
right?
Okay.
And that's the big message.
Okay, cool. And what are some things that people should avoid putting on social media?
Well, you know,
it's kind of like
there's a whole list. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
believe me,
a whole list.
But I think what you have to do, it doesn't mean you can't have fun with it. That's a huge message. I mean, it should be who you are, but I think you just have to ask yourself the question every once in a while. You know, what I try to do is think, okay, would I be okay if my Aunt Barb read this tomorrow morning?
Oh, yes.
To do that? Would I be okay if my mom read it? Would I be okay if my future boss read it?
Right.
To do all those kinds of things. And we're not really used to thinking about that too much, too. And so, you know, the question is whether you post a picture of yourself out having fun on Saturday night.
Yeah.
You know, you have to make that decision. It's really up to you. But the message is you got to think about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So you spoke about building a brand. What are some things that are fitting when you talk about brand?
Yeah. So, you know, one of the things that people are going to be looking for is for you to give them some insight into the kind of skills that you could bring to the workplace. Okay. So, if your brand, if you two are interested in broadcasting,
yes.
So you know, so you put stuff out on social media of this is a really cool show, and I like the way that they did this show this way. It's not. It doesn't have to be you doing the show. It's like here's a good example of the way something was done well. That sort of stuff. Here's my favorite thing in doing that too. Or I had fun doing this, but I really didn't like that part of it. I learned this. I learned that. Those kinds of things.
Okay. So would you say, like, if you're in the professional world, in the corporate world, and you're working, and so you would say, like, you want to put a picture, like we spoke about earlier, about having a glass of wine. Like, do you feel like social media in some way can, like, it's very controlling as far as, like, what you can actually do? Like, does it take away the personal aspect as to who you are?
It does a little bit. It really does. Because when you get out in the workplace, one of the things that you're going to hear pretty early on is that what you put on social media doesn't just reflect you. Oh. It now reflects wherever you work on top of it. And you say, well, that doesn't sound right because this is like my own private Facebook account. It should be me, and it shouldn't have anything to do with what they do. But you are now you, that person, in addition to you, that employee. And so you're going to see every company that is smart about what they're doing is going to have a social media policy, and you're going to be exposed to that on the very first day of work, and they're going to tell you what you can do and what you can't do as far as your representation of the brand. Does it infringe or get into your own privacy a little bit? Yeah, it does. And whether that would hold up in court, you know. We still don't know.
Policy.
We still don't know. But most places, most of the time, I don't think you probably want to take that risk. So the question is, you know, in some workplaces, having a glass of wine on Saturday night, no big deal in doing that too. In some others, maybe it's a bigger deal. Okay. Yeah. So to me, it's all about asking yourself the question. Having the discipline to ask yourself the question before you post something, okay, is this going to reflect on my brand the way I want it to?
Okay.
So thank you again to Professor Heese for joining us. So we went on campus and asked some students, what they think the do's and don'ts are when it comes to social media. Let's see what they had to say.
Promoting your brand and what you do and who you are in real life.
Being positive on social media.
Professional, respectful.
Be yourself on there. Don't care what people say about you and just have fun.
Have fun. Say what you want to say.
Positivity. I think it's real good to be positive.
It's good for communication. You want to make sure that you look good on it.
Do not post nudes.
Don't use foul language or don't complain a lot.
Have explicit pictures showing your body. That's not what you should want to represent.
Pictures or videos of you dancing crazy in a public area.
Don't post your girlfriend if you really like her, because if you got enemies, they'll go after her to get to you.
Like seeing vulgarity on social media.
Any negativity, any bashing, any issues that you have in your personal life, do not put your personal life, all that out there.
Don't flash your money. That's not attractive at all.
Morals and values on social media.
A positive manner and be, professional.
Whatever you want, you're up there to show whoever you are.
Represent yourself the way you act in front of your mama. If you don't do it in front of your mama, don't do it on social media.
Be who you are naturally. Don't try to act like somebody else that you're not.
Represent yourself confident, proud.
We're talking spring fashion trends and hot looks with our fashion expert, Brianna.
And we'll also premiere our interview with the IT technician who's a UCM graduate and our entrepreneur of the week.
That's next on UCM's The Buzz.
The UCM Media Network is sponsored in part by Fitters Pizza and Pub, setting the standard for good times and good food at 131 West Pine Street in Warrensburg, and Fitters 5th Street Pub at 500 South Ohio Street in Sedalia. Craig Hibden Shelter Insurance, Auto, Home, and Life Insurance at 500 East Gay in Warrensburg. Bryant Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep at 2901 South Limit in Sedalia. And Pummel Sporting Goods, in business since 1976, located at 2400 West 16th Street in Sedalia.
Welcome back to UCM's The Buzz. It's safe to say we can finally put those coats and gloves away because spring is finally here. Our style expert, Brianna, is here to help update our closets with the newest spring trends.
That's right, Jasmine. New York Fashion Week has taught us a lot about what's trending this season. But before we get into those hot looks, let's check out some hot looks from around campus.
Brianna, I'm hyped to see what you have today for us.
Well, starting with our ladies, our first look is the floral skirt print. It's really in right now, and the weather is warming up, so it's something that every girl needs. You can wear it to class, or you can even wear it to the mall.
You can wear it anywhere, girl.
Yes, I like the print, but I've seen a lot of those print on top of the print, and I'm not sure if I like that. But if you just do it like a solid color with print at the bottom, then I like it.
Yes.
Definitely.
Next, we have the ripped jeans, or like I'm wearing the ripped shorts. You can wear them high waist or low cut, but definitely a hot look for spring or summer. They're casual, but you can always dress them up for a night out.
Definitely.
Like I said, you can always dress them up. Right now, I kind of feel like I got the casual chic look going on, but I wear ripped jeans all the time. I wore some yesterday as well.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful with them ripped jeans. Like, they can't be too ripped, because that's when they'll start looking
raggedy
cheap and raggedy.
Like you made them at home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But ripped jeans work for both men and women too. So definitely.
Oh, yeah.
But with men, I would say not as much rippage. Like, I feel like with women, like it can be a lot of rip, but with men, like
it gotta be like right here,
a nice little amount, and then be done with it.
I'm glad we all in agreement on this.
Now we have the romper. This look is timeless and never goes out of style. Make it sexy with a V-cut or show a little skin with open back. Now, I heard earlier you guys don't really like the romper, but you can always do like the onesie with the romper with the pants.
Yeah,
I just hate the shorts. Like, I hate the short rompers because it just look like you just scrunch, like you just you can't move. Like, I don't like.
It's because it's so, like, the shorts are always so short. It's like based on your waist and your
height
area.
too.
Yeah, one wrong move and everybody knows what's
I need
up there.
the ones with
They do be going up there. Like, they'll start bunching up. Yeah, none of that.
Now, as for our travelers for the spring break, we have the kimono. Now, I paired this with the bikini for a chic look. However, you can always pair with some high-waist shorts or a nice pair of pants. Now, I have 2 kimonos, actually. I have a white one. I know my girlfriends, they have like the colored ones, or you can get like a nice black one. But the kimonos are really hot right now. I love it.
They are, so I'm actually jealous of you and your girlfriends. I want a kimono. I want kimonos, like so bad.
Yeah, they're adorable.
I
wore one last
week.
week.
I'm like, what is
it
a
was
kimono?
super cute. That white one that you had on. Yes, you did. Yeah.
Lastly, for all of my modest ladies, the high-waist bikini. Now, still sexy, it shows up the perfect amount of skin, but covers up just enough to keep the mind wandering. Now, I actually want one of those. I was going to purchase one last summer, but they were all sold out, so I'm really looking forward to wearing my high-waist this summer, you know, looking all
And
good.
the thing about the high-waisted bikini is that it looks good on every
Yeah,
body,
definitely
like
does.
every body shape.
It accommodates
So, yeah,
everybody.
It
really does.
Yeah, that's a great look.
Now, on to the men. Our first look is the preppy look. Now, I love versatility with colors. Nothing that clashes, but that perfect blend. It shows maturity and has a bit of swagger to it.
Yeah,
now, I see that you're kind of doing like a little color block right now,
you
too.
know,
I like that.
I'm just channeling, you know, the spring look. That's why that was the theme for today.
Yep,
Like, you know,
I like it.
I think you did preppy it up with your
with the Sperry's.
Sperry's.
I
Okay,
love
okay.
those.
A little raggedy, but you know, stepping my game up. Stepping my game up.
Don't
One day at a
cheat
time.
yourself.
One day at a
You're supposed to tell
time.
on yourself.
I'm not worried about it.
You still look nice. You look
Thank
nice.
you.
Okay.
Next, we have Pharrell with what I like to call man shorts, which are shorts that are not too short, not too tight, but it's perfectly fit and still very manly.
Yes, I'm a fan of
I
shorts.
do. It's like right above the knee, and I don't know, like back in 2000, 2002, guys were into the big baggy look,
Yeah.
but now it's like more tight fit is more attractive.
I wouldn't say tight fit. I would say tailored.
Tailored, yes.
Tailored.
Because like what David has on, like it's just nice.
It's nice. It's not
I'm
loose.
gonna say this.
She's against us.
I had to break y'all little chit chat up. But I don't know. It's like it depends on the man. Like everybody cannot pull off them denim shorts.
Pharrell definitely did.
Okay, I agree with
yeah,
you
for
on
real.
that
But
part.
y'all people take caution to that. Just know what you look like when you wear them.
Know your
manly
body.
shorts.
Know
Yeah,
your
again, know
body.
your body, know your body. That looks nice though. Now we have the male scarf. Although it is getting warm, it's still a little nippy out and you need to keep warm. And though many believe it's a feminine thing to do or wear, I on the other hand see it as fashion. Now, I see a lot of men on this campus actually wear the male scarves and they look pretty good with it. They don't look too feminine. They wear with a nice pair of pants, a nice little sweater, and I think it looks fine.
Yeah, you shared the picture of the man's scarf with us, and it's kind of growing on me. It's not something that I typically like to see men wearing accessories, but you know, it's just kind of growing on me.
When you're a man
I'm
wearing
more
it,
of the scarves for, you know, like the winter time. But like me personally, I wouldn't wear a scarf, you know. But as far as like a accessory, like you said,
Right.
but if somebody else wants to do it, go ahead. But it's just something that's not for me, and that might be their fashion, and it might not be mine. So
Right, whatever
that's on
floats
them.
their boat.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own opinion. Furthermore, we have the casual look. Now, I love a man that can rock a hat aside from a snapback. And again, we have the scarf. Pairing these two makes any casual look turn date night ready. Now, like I said, I'm so sick and tired. I love the snapbacks. I love them. Yes, I do. But it's a nice, refreshing change to have a man just nicely with a nice little round hat. It looks good. It looks
bucket
really good.
hats.
Yes.
Yes, I love bucket
nice.
hats.
And the wide brim on those hats. Now, Pharrell put that on the map when he wore that. So
He really
I
did.
like
He
that.
put it on the map, but I hope it doesn't stay there.
You know, I like it. I got one.
No,
I'm
that
gonna have
hat
to
was
wear it the next time.
ridiculous. It looks
I'm
like
wearing it the next
Woody
time.
off of Toy Story.
I got you. I'm wearing mine too. I have like 2 of those hats.
Whatever floats y'all boat.
Okay, lastly, a nice pop of color looks great in the spring. Again, Daniel. If you do a neon color, however, you want to downplay everything else, so the color is the only thing that stands out. You don't want to walk around looking like a glow stick, like you just got dressed in the dark or something. Like again, sorry to pick on you, but this looks, it's like a nice blend of colors. Like usually I see a lot of men walking around, or like a lot of younger kids, like young teenagers. They just think that the patterns up here and then the patterns on the pants and then like the J's, what are those one shoes that the guys are wearing, like the bright ones?
The phones?
Are they?
I
don't like those.
The
That's just
highlight
too
looking
much.
shoes.
That's too much color.
For me, it's not for me. But
If
you know,
yes,
It's
if you're gonna wear
for
neon,
some.
let everything else be played down, because that is just too much for me. For a young man too.
Thanks so much for those hot looks, Brianna. I definitely have some updating to do in my wardrobe.
Me too.
Now let's check out our hot look of the week.
it's now time for our featured entrepreneur of the week. This week's entrepreneur is a recent UCM alumnus who runs his own computer sales and repair company. It's pretty safe to say that he's taken care of. Let's take a look.
My name is Pete Camuso. I graduated from UCM here last December. My field is electronics engineering. Specifically, I do networking and things along that line. I set up and build and maintain networks for businesses in the area. Here you got your modem, router, all the wires that run into the other rooms, every room in there. I hooked all of that up, ran the wires, everything there. Well, it started out a small business. I was thinking computer repair, but it's grown since then. I spend a lot of time in closets, building networks, making connections from servers to routers and to the internet.
Pete is our excellent IT person. He's almost on call 24/7, if not for my business, for my home. My wife goes, help, sometimes to Pete, as does my staff, but he does a wonderful job for us. A lot of local businesses here need me to make sure they're functioning properly. If they go down for a minute, they could lose money. If they go down for an hour, they can lose a lot of money, multi-million-dollar investments, things like that.
We utilize his services to provide all of the IT stuff for our company, so hooking up all of our computers and mainly fixing them when they break.
5 years from now, I see myself with a nice building of my own, employees. I want to stretch out to other areas other than Warrensburg. I want offices in Sedalia, Clinton, Holden areas. I want to provide a need that isn't met by small towns, smaller communities. Pete, first of all, offers excellent service. The next thing we all want that Pete offers is friendly service. And the third thing we want is quality of service, and Pete delivers on all three. For 6 months, I only had one job. One client came in. And when I was ready to think that, well, maybe this wasn't for me, I pushed on, and then a whole bunch fell in my lap. Don't give up.
I choose Red for unlimited possibilities.
I choose Red because my family is less than an hour away, but I still get to be independent.
I get to apply my classroom experience to my everyday life. That's why I chose Red. Okay, that'll work.
Why do you choose Red?
Choose Red.
Choose Red.
Choose the University of Central Missouri.
Choose Red. Kidding, that was a joke.
Welcome back to UCM's The Buzz. It's time to sum it up, Jasmine. If you had to sum it up in one word, what would it be?
I am going to have to go with revealing, because we had Chris Brown's baby mama reveal herself, Kim K reveal her hair, Spring reveal herself, hey Mother Nature, and we had racism revealed in the SAE organization.
Okay. My word would be sizzling. And I'm going to say that because, you know, that's a similar word to hot. But I want to use sizzling because, you know, spring is here, it's hot. You know, the issues that are going around, they're hot button issues, and, you know, we're tackling them. So you're definitely hot. That would be my word.
Hot. Okay,
yeah, you know, get ready for it, guys. It's hot out there.
So it's time for spring break. Do you have anything special planned?
I definitely do. I'll be heading to South Padre today, actually.
I'm so jealous.
It's okay. You can come with me. I'll send you a postcard.
Can you pay for my trip, too?
Oh, she got me with that one.
So we went on campus to ask students to tell us what they have planned for spring break in just one word. Now, this should be interesting. Let's see what they had to say.
Beaching.
Softball.
Spontaneous.
Home.
Beautifying.
PCB.
Sleep.
Work.
Going home. Exciting.
Boring. Unforgettable.
Netflix.
Internet.
Partying.
Home.
Relax.
Sleep.
Panama.
Roll.
Louisiana.
Working.
Couch. Netflix.
Birthday.
Pie.
Pie.
our meme of the week. Hey, Mix Foxy. She was waiting for us at the door.
That one is, and that's a famous meme. I've seen it everywhere, so you know that is hilarious. And that was on the episode of Scared Straight, so definitely. And now our fabulous super selfie,
which goes to my good girlfriend Tatiana Simmons. Hey, girl, which is a PR major here on campus.
And fabulous, she does take that word to another level. I see.
Yes. If you would like to submit a meme, selfie, or story idea, then follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
That's all the time we have for you guys today. So have a great spring break and stay safe, please.
That's right. Come back in 2 weeks to once again see what's buzzing around campus.
Peace.
Bye.